A minute 50 left in the first half of basketball. Well, Greg, hadn't this been a fun season so far, and it feels like the highlights just become more and more spectacular.
And that's because these guys are so competitive, trying to constantly one-up each other, and the fans are the beneficiary.
On the court for the Hornets, McNeely out there with Miles Bridges. Then it's Ball. Then it's Tre Mann. And it's Diabate in at the 5.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Inside, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Well, A-Train in their last time out against the Celtics just played phenomenal. He dropped 69 points, and he also dished out plenty of assists, something we're used to seeing. It was a performance that will stick with the fans for a long time. Let's see what he has in store for us in this one.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Now Ball, following the three-point attempt by MP. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Man can't hit. And we finished one half of basketball. It's Chicago up by 9. And we'll get going after this from United Center.
Howdy, folks. Time for halftime fun. Woohoo! Before we check out the action at hand, first order of business, the power rankings. If we had power rankings on this show, I think the percentage points would be pretty close between the three of us.
Doesn't matter if it's a fraction of a percent or 100%. I'd still be at the top.
Well, it definitely does matter, Shaq, and that's the difference between a tight race, and it's being unanimous. That's the difference.
That sounds like what a guy in last place would say.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Chicago Bulls.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end, you can turn misses into makes. That's found money.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. A-Train has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Buzelis out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then it's MP, and it's White in at the two-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Chicago.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
The Bulls leading by 9. Clark, the future of the league is bright with the likes of Brandon Miller roaming the floor.
Yeah, I like him a lot. In 2024, he was third in the Rookie of the Year voting. Chet and Wemby were the two guys ahead of him, and we know how good both of those guys are. I think he's in a great position to continue to grow and potentially be an all-star.
On the wing, Bridges. Rebound by the Bulls. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Offensive rebound. Here's MP. Second chance shot. The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
He has not been at his most efficient this quarter.
Buzelis grabs the board.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
MP passes to Kessler. Ball against MP. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 11.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
There's Ball with the three. It's all in by the Bulls. Kessler's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Buzelis sets a screen for MP. Inside, MP gets it.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Down low, Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
MP with it. Bridges covering. And Bridges with the block. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Here's A-Train. And the power on that prudence.
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Now, here's Ball. He's got 7. Here's Diabate. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Pass to Diabate. Outside, Ball. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Now, here is Miller. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Trey Mann, he's checked in for Charlotte. Now, here's Bridges. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after. MP against Ball. And again, Chicago. No good. Hornets trail by 17. Looking to get back on track here. To the middle. Here's Diabate.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
To the inside. Out to White. MP outside. To the middle. Pass to Washington. Kept alive. Kessler. Oh, that's blocked. Now, Mann. 10 points for him. Ball feeling it out a bit. Cans it from downtown. Ball's got 10 points in the game.
The defense must honor Ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on MP.
And Ball really confident even amongst the big fellas inside, which is why he's able to draw these fouls.
Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
Now, here's MP. 43 points in the game. Kessler with the bucket. Kessler's got 4 this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Simons, he's checked in for the Bulls. So it's the Hornets now. Back to Bridges. It's stolen by Buzelis. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Back to you guys.
A great passer. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Now, here's MP. Kessler finds MP. Kessler a screen on Ball. A-Train. And now a look at the point guards who have been taking matters into their own hands this past month. These are the top scorers at their position. MP is number 1. And, of course, LaMelo Ball.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in our league. I mean, to see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, and that's the age we're living in right now. I mean, it's not uncommon to see a point guard lead his team in scoring, which used to be almost unheard of. And these guys here are all capable of carrying the scoring load for their team on any given night.
And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You take a look at the A-Train. He'll have a spot in the contest if he can hang out of the number 4 spot in the voting. And with his skills, you know he'll have a shot to win it if he can make it in.
He's going to have a great shot. And Kevin, he's going to give it everything he's got if he can make it into the contest. I bet his dunks have some serious thought being put into it.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
And Chicago has possession, following the bucket by the Hornets. Pass to Kessler. Washington kicks to MP. To the left side wing. There's Ball with the 3. Drills it from outside. Ball's got 11 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
MP passes to Washington. It's stolen by Green. Boston with the ball. And Simons picks him up defensively. The lead now cut to single digits. Mann's got 13.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for him.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Simons kicks to MP. 5 to shoot. There's the drive, and Kessler throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 17 rebounds.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
MP against Ball.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Green. Gonzalez grabs the board. The Bulls leading by 11. There's a good screen. The kick out to Simon. That shot missing.
Letting him have that from mid-range. The defense dodged a bullet there.
Here's Green. Makes it off the glass. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
With good size for his position, Green is a factor inside.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout.
Substitution in the court.
And the Hornets with possession here. White with the double team. Here's Salon. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Salon's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Hornets. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. They've got Miller. LaMelo Ball is out there with Trey Mann. Then there's Brandon Boston. And it's Salon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Ball. Following the miss by MP. Miller against Williams. Just 5 to shoot. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. There's Ball with the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. White's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Williams sets a screen for MP. Down low, and it's Williams throwing it down.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Here's Ball. And it's sent back by Kessler.
If he were just a touch more efficient tonight, I think the score would look a lot different.
MP left side. Williams sets a screen for MP. 5 on the clock. And finished off by Williams.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Kessler a screen on Ball. Kessler passes to White. Offline with his 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Mann. White with the defensive effort.
A good scorer around the rim. He is met there by an irresistible force.
Williams, and finished off by Williams.
Give MP credit. He's always looking to keep his teammates involved.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And the Bulls with some changes. Bruce Ellis comes in for Patrick Williams. And it's P.J. Washington in for Anfernee Simons. Charlotte also making some changes. Diabate's checked in, and it's Bridges in for Trey Mann. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen in on, guys.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Here's A-Train, following the 3 by Charlotte. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And how about the patience from Buzelis and the body control? He doesn't rush through that play.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets, trailing by 13. They set the pick. Miller outside. Fires for three. Ball no good.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Pass to Buzelis. Buzelis sets a screen for MP. They get the rebound. Miller against Washington. To the paint. Here's A-Train. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And the Hornets making a change here. McNeely's checked in. Here's McNeely. Back to Ball. Charlotte moving it around. There's Miller with the three. MP grabs the miss. MP's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Rough quarter for him. They may have to start looking at somebody else to get the ball to.
Shot from 12. Grabs the rebound again. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied.
Bridges finds Ball. Here's McNeely. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Miller's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here. He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Ball with it. Now defended by MP. Inside, here's Diabate.
I'll tell you what, he is a really special passer, LaMelo Ball. His ability to fit all kinds of passes into really small windows, phenomenal.
Now, here's MP. Pass to White. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Hornets trail by 11. Outside, Ball. There's the screen. To the paint. Out to Miller. Pass to McNeely. Back to Miller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bridges misses. Bulls leading by 11. MP looking around. No block shot. Outside, White. And here's Washington outside. Here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And that one drops for him.
This is what height in the backcourt gives you. Ball can get almost anything he wants in there because of that size.
He finishes with a one-handed dunk.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Ball against MP. Miller knocks down the three.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Yet another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Ball up top, covered by MP, and it misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
Here's Ball. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's sent back by Kessler. MP outside.
Doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
Outside, Ball. Now Miller. The three goes down.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Now, here's MP. Big time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bulls.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this four-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
What's left to say about his performance? I mean, the fans definitely got their money's worth.
That one is off.
Solo taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Got it to go off the glass.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Here's Mann. Henderson. Oh, what a finish.
I like the fact that Mann has worked on developing as a playmaker. That's encouraging. Terrific pass right there.
MP. He slams it down with a one-arm hammer. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Now, let's send it over to Dominic Hamel.
Thanks, guys. A $50 and a win. And I already know you'll say one doesn't mean much without the other. You really mean it, though? Isn't that what players have to say? What's the danger in admitting what anybody who's played at any level knows to be true? Scoring is fun.
Nah, you trying to get me in trouble, Dominic.
Hey, I'm just asking questions.
I mean, yeah, it's fun, but I can get buckets on my own in my driveway. You play on a team because you want to achieve something greater than personal glory, you know? Don't get me wrong, I want the personal glory too, but winning as a team is the entire point.
Understood. Thanks for your time, MP.
Thank you.
Back to you, Kevin.
Terrific stuff, Dominic. Thanks. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. So long, everyone.